Time is one of the most valuable resources we have, and it is the one thing that is never renewable. Once it's gone forever. Every moment we waste, every second we allow to slip by without using it effectively is something we can never get back. I think about it, you can lose money and make it back. You can lose possessions and replace them, but time is something you can't replace. It's fleeting, it's precious, and it moves whether you're ready for it or not. Yet, so many people waste time on things that don't contribute to their growth, their goals, or their well-being. They wait for the right moment, they put things off for later, or they become trapped in routines that don't serve them. So it's easy to get caught up in distractions, to lose yourself in things that feel urgent but aren't truly important. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but how we use those hours determines the course of our lives. How often do you find yourself scrolling through your phone, watching TV, or engaging in mindless activities that don't help you achieve anything significant? While these activities might feel like a good way to relax, they can be traps that prevent you from moving forward. It's not that relaxation is bad. It's the idea that so many people spend more time on things that don't matter than on things that do. Every hour you spend procrastinating, every minute you waste on a distraction is a minute you could have used to move closer to your goals. The reality is that if you want to achieve anything meaningful, you need to be intentional with your time. You need to look at each day as an opportunity to make progress, to get closer to your dreams. If you spend your time wisely, making every moment count, you'll find that the time you need to reach your goals is available to you. But if you waste it, you'll look back one day and realize that you've missed opportunities, missed chances to do something great, and missed time you can never reclaim. Think about this for a moment. What if you spent just 10 minutes each day working on something that mattered to you, something that brought you closer to your goals? In a month, that would be 300 minutes. In a year, that would be 3,650 minutes. And imagine what would happen if you use that time to read, learn a new skill, work on a project, or improve yourself in some way. Those minutes would compound over time, and you'd be amazed at how much progress you could make in a short period. This is the power of using your time wisely. You don't need to spend all day working on your goals, but you do need to spend time each day consistently. The key is to be intentional about your time and make sure that you are always using it in a way that aligns with your purpose. The truth is, the most successful people in the world didn't get where they are by wasting time. They understand that every moment matters and they treat time with the respect it deserves. It's easy to look at others who have achieved success and think that they're special, that they have something you don't. But the truth is, they made a choice to value their time, to use it wisely, and to focus on what truly matters. They don't let distractions or excuses control their lives. They don't wait for the perfect moment to act. They take action right now with whatever time they have. And so should you. You have the same potential, the same opportunities, and the same hours in a day. The difference is how you choose to use those hours. Are you going to let them slip by? Or are you going to take control and use them to build something meaningful? It's time to stop wasting your life. Every second you waste now is a second you'll never get back. The clock is ticking, and it's up to you to decide how you're going to spend the time you've been given. The next time you find yourself procrastinating, wasting time on things that don't matter, or making excuses, remember that you can get that time back. You have the power to make better choices, to use your time more effectively, and to focus on what truly matters. Start today. Stop waiting for a better time and start using the time you have right now to work towards your goals. Make every second count. There is no such thing as the perfect time to start. This is one of the biggest misconceptions that holds people back from pursuing their goals, dreams, and passions. How many people wait for things to align, for circumstances to be ideal, often because you're waiting for the perfect time? Time keeps moving. And every second you spend waiting is a second lost in the pursuit of your dreams. You have to understand that the moment you're in right now is all you have. You have to take action with what you have, where you are, and with what you know. Starting before you feel ready is often the key to success. It's about building momentum, taking the first step, and learning as you go. It's about stepping into the unknown, even when you don't have all the answers or the ideal resources. Success is not reserved for those who wait for the right moment. It's for those who make the moment right by taking action, even when things feel uncertain or imperfect. Think about all the people who have achieved great things in their lives. Very few of them waited for the perfect conditions to start. Instead, they embraced the imperfections and used them to fuel their drive. They didn't wait until they were ready. Instead, they took action, and in the process, they became ready. They learned from their mistakes, adapted to challenges, and grew along the way. Look at entrepreneurs, athletes, or even everyday people who have succeeded. Many of them didn't have all the answers when they began. They didn't know everything. They didn't have all the resources. And they certainly didn't have perfect conditions. They had one thing in common: they took that first step. They started before they felt ready, and that's why they were able to make progress. There's a power in momentum. Once you start, the momentum of taking consistent action begins to work in your favor. The key is to get started, even if the start is small. Small actions lead to bigger ones, and before you know it, you've made significant progress toward your goals. By waiting for the perfect moment, you deny yourself the chance to build that momentum. And here's the truth: the more you wait, the harder it becomes to start. The longer you put something off, the more reasons your mind will come up with to avoid it. You'll start to feel overwhelmed by all the what ifs and doubts, and you'll become paralyzed by the idea of making the wrong move. But if you take that first step, even if it's a small one, you start to build confidence. You start to feel the power of progress. And that progress pushes you to keep going, even when things get tough. Waiting for the perfect time also means you're allowing fear to dictate your actions. Fear often masquerades as caution or logic, telling you that you should wait for the right time or for things to be just right. But what fear really wants is to keep you stuck, to prevent you from stepping into the unknown. If you wait for everything to be perfect, you're letting fear control your life. It's also important to remember that there's no one right time for success. Life is full of unpredictable twists, turns, and challenges. The world around us is constantly changing, and the timing of things is rarely ever in our control. The real power lies in your ability to act in the face of uncertainty and to make the best out of the circumstances you have at the moment. Every successful person has faced obstacles, challenges, and doubts along the way, but they didn't let those things stop them. They made their own path, and they did it by acting in the present, not waiting for the perfect moment. You might be thinking, but what if I fail? What if I'm not ready? The answer is simple: failure is part of the process. Failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Every mistake, every setback is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to get better. If you wait for the perfect moment to avoid failure, you'll never move forward. The most successful people have failed many times, but they didn't let failure define them. They used it to fuel their determination. So stop waiting for the stars to align. Stop waiting for the perfect conditions. The perfect time to start is right now. The sooner you begin, the sooner you will start building the life and the future you want. And don't let the myth of perfection hold you back. Take that first step, even if it's imperfect, and watch how the world begins to shift in your favor. You can't control everything in life, but you can control your mindset, your response to challenges, and the way you approach your goals. Life is full of uncertainties, setbacks, and obstacles, but it's how you respond to those challenges that will ultimately determine your success. When you choose to focus on what you can control, you start to take power over your circumstances rather than letting them control you. The reality is that life is unpredictable. There will be times when things don't go the way you planned, when opportunities seem to slip through your fingers, or when people around you don't support your vision. But in these moments, you have a choice. You can either let your circumstances define you. You can take responsibility for your mindset and your actions. The ability to control how you respond to setbacks is a major key to achieving success. Many people allow external factors to dictate their mood and motivation. When things go wrong, they get discouraged, give up, or throw in the towel. They let failure, rejection, or criticism control their emotions and behaviors. But this mindset is limiting. When you allow your external circumstances to dictate your internal state, you give away your power. You let outside forces take control over your drive, your determination, and your ability to move forward. On the other hand, when you take control of your mindset, you acknowledge that while you can't control everything that happens in life, you have complete control over how you choose to think, feel, and act. The key is to focus on what's within your control, your effort, your attitude, your perseverance, and your willingness to learn and grow. These are the elements that will allow you to break through obstacles and keep progressing toward your progress, even when things don't go as planned. One of the most powerful ways to take control of your mindset is through self-talk. The way you speak to yourself, the thoughts you allow to occupy your mind, and the beliefs you hold about yourself and your abilities have a direct impact on your actions. If you tell yourself that you're not good enough or that you'll never make it, you're planting negative seeds in your mind that will hold you back. But if you believe in your potential, if you tell yourself that failure is just a stepping stone to success, and if you affirm your abilities, you'll start to develop a mindset that propels you forward, even when the road gets tough. It's also important to recognize that challenges and challengeful acts are not permanent. There are simply temporary moments in time that, while difficult, can be used as opportunities for growth. You can control how you react to these challenges. You can choose to see them as obstacles or as lessons. You can either dwell on your failures or learn from them. The key is to maintain a mindset that views challenges as opportunities to learn and improve, not as insurmountable barriers. Resilience plays a huge role in controlling your mindset. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going even when things aren't going your way. It's about refusing to quit when things get tough. Resilience is not about avoiding failure, but about facing it head on and using it as a tool to grow. Resilient people are those who can keep moving forward in the face of difficulty because they know that setbacks are temporary and that their mindset and determination are the keys to success. When you focus on what you can control, you stop wasting energy on things that are beyond your reach. Instead of stressing over things you can't change, you put your energy into the things that will make a difference: your attitude, your actions, and your persistence. This shift in focus allows you to channel your energy into constructive efforts, helping you make steady progress toward your goals. You stop giving away your power to things that don't matter, and instead put all your energy into the things that will propel you forward. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world. If you view life with a mindset of scarcity, focusing on limitations, fear, and doubt, you'll see obstacles everywhere. But if you view life through a mindset of abundance, focusing on growth, opportunity, and solutions, you'll start to see opportunities even in the most difficult circumstances. The way you choose to think about your challenges directly influences how you approach them and the outcomes you achieve. In the end, it's not about waiting for perfect conditions or for external factors to align. It's about taking control of what you can control: your mindset, your actions, and your ability to keep pushing forward. When you do this, you unlock the true power within you to create the life you want. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity. Every setback becomes a lesson. And every challenge becomes a stepping stone toward success. Control your mindset and you'll be unstoppable. When it comes to building a successful life, you cannot underestimate the importance of persistence. Life will throw challenges at you. There will be moments when everything feels like it's falling apart, but in those moments, persistence is the thing that will separate those who succeed from those who give up. Persistence is more than just a quality, it is a mindset. A decision that you make daily to keep going no matter what obstacles you face. The truth is, every successful person you admire has faced failure, rejection, and obstacles along the way, but what kept them going was persistence. There's a common misconception that success happens overnight. That if you just find the right strategy, or if you're lucky enough, you'll instantly start reaping the rewards. But the reality is that success is built on a foundation of consistent effort, often over long periods of time. There is no shortcut, no magic formula, and no easy way out. To achieve anything worthwhile, you have to be willing to persist, even when things get tough, even when the road is long, and especially when it seems like your efforts are not paying off. Persistence means showing up every day, putting in the work, and staying committed to your vision, no matter how many setbacks you encounter. The thing about setbacks is that they often come when you least expect them. You might face rejection, experience failure, or feel like the world is against you. In these moments, it's easy to feel like quitting. It's easy to listen to that inner voice that tells you this isn't worth it. You're not cut out for this. Maybe it's time to walk away. But persistence requires you to ignore those voices, to silence the doubts, and to keep pushing forward even when the results aren't immediate. Persistence is about more than just continuing through adversity. It's about learning from your mistakes and getting back up after you've fallen. It's about seeing every failure not as a permanent defeat, but as a temporary setback. Every time you fail, you have the opportunity to learn something new. Failure is not the end of the road unless you let it be. Every time you face a challenge, you have the chance to get better, to grow, and to become more resilient. Persistence is about taking these lessons and using them to fuel your next attempt. It's about refusing to quit and continuing to take action despite the challenges. What keeps many people from persisting is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. But fear is one of the most limiting forces in life. It stops people from taking the necessary steps toward their goals. It tells them that failure is something to be avoided when in reality, failure is an essential part of success. You have to learn to fail forward, to take risks, make mistakes, and keep going. It's only through persistence in the face of fear that you will ever achieve your dreams. One of the key elements of persistence is discipline. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but true persistence comes from the ability to keep pushing forward when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't want to. This discipline creates a habit of action. The more you practice persistence, the easier it becomes to push through obstacles. Persistence becomes a natural part of your routine, a muscle you strengthen every time you refuse to give up. Another critical aspect of persistence is patience. Success rarely comes immediately, and it often takes longer than you expect. The journey to success is not a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, and delays. You might feel frustrated when things aren't moving as quickly as you like, but you have to trust the process. You have to trust that your efforts are not in vain, even when it doesn't seem like things are happening. The best things in life often take time to build, and this includes success. Patience allows you to persist even when you don't see immediate results. It teaches you that good things come to those who wait and continue working even through the hard times. Persistence also requires self-belief. You have to believe in yourself even when no one else does. You have to trust that you are capable of achieving your goals, no matter how far out of reach they may seem at the moment. Belief is the fuel that powers persistence. When you truly believe in your ability to succeed, you won't let temporary setbacks stop you. Instead, you'll use them as stepping stones to get closer to your goals. Ultimately, persistence is about commitment to your vision, no matter the circumstances. It's about choosing to keep going. Quitting feels like the easier option. It's about working through the doubts, fears, and failures because you know that if you don't quit, if you don't give up, success will eventually come. Success is not for the faint of heart. It's for those who are willing to show up, put in the effort, and keep going when it seems impossible. If you can persist when the going gets tough, you will be one of the few who reaches the finish line. And that in itself is a victory. One of the greatest challenges people face is the ability to take responsibility for their lives and actions. Often, individuals find themselves caught in a cycle of blaming external factors for their circumstances. It's the economy. I didn't have the right opportunities, or my upbringing held me back. While these external factors might have some influence, the reality is that your life is shaped most significantly by the decisions you make. The power of responsibility lies in understanding that you are the one who holds the keys to your future. It's not the circumstances you find yourself in, it's how you respond to them that will define your success. Taking responsibility means stepping up to the plate and acknowledging that your life is in your hands. It's about recognizing that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you always have control over how you react and what you choose to do next. Life won't always go according to plan, but that doesn't mean you get to blame others or give up. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to demonstrate resilience and make decisions that align with your goals. It's about owning the present and your actions, knowing that you are the author of your own story. When you take responsibility, you stop waiting for someone else to solve your problems. You stop hoping that things will magically change or that someone will step in and make your dreams a reality. Instead, you recognize that the power lies within you. The most successful people are not those who have everything handed to them. They are the ones who take charge of their situation, learn from their mistakes, and continually push forward. Taking responsibility means not relying on excuses to explain why you're not where you want to be. You own the fact that your progress is in your hands and you have the ability to create the life you desire. One of the most critical elements of taking responsibility is understanding the difference between what you control and what you cannot. Often we waste so much energy trying to control things that are out of our hands. You can't control the economy, the weather, or the actions of others. What you can control, however, is your mindset, your choices, and your actions. This is where true power lies. You can choose how you approach each day, how you react to challenges, and how you choose to grow from them. By focusing your energy on what you control, you take away the excuses and empower yourself to act with intention and purpose. The mindset of taking responsibility also involves moving past the victim mentality. A victim mentality is one that says, life is happening to me and I have no control over it. People with this mindset often feel powerless, blaming external forces for their lack of progress. They might feel like the world is against them, but they don't take the necessary steps to change their situation. On the other hand, those who take responsibility operate from a mindset of empowerment. They understand that even if life doesn't always go their way, they can still make choices that lead to success. They choose to see obstacles as opportunities for growth rather than as insurmountable barriers. Taking responsibility is also about learning from your mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes as part of life. The key is not to let them define you or hold you back. When you take responsibility for your actions, you acknowledge the mistakes you've made and look at them as valuable learning experiences. Instead of blaming others for your failures, you examine what went wrong, what you can do differently next time, and how you can grow from the experience. This shift in perspective helps you become more resilient and better equipped to handle future challenges. Another aspect of taking responsibility is being accountable to yourself. It's easy to hold other people accountable, but often we forget to hold ourselves to the same standard. Accountability means setting high expectations for yourself and not making excuses when things don't go as planned. If you say you're going to work hard, show up on time, or reach a certain goal, take full responsibility for your commitment to those promises. Accountability is the bridge between intention and action. When you hold yourself accountable, you create a culture of discipline in your life, and that discipline breeds success. Taking responsibility also means making decisions that reflect the person you want to become. It's about aligning your daily actions with your long-term goals. The decisions you make today will shape the person you are tomorrow. So every choice matters. Whether it's how you spend your time, how you treat others, or how you respond to setbacks, all of these actions contribute to the life you are building. When you take responsibility for your choices, you recognize that everything you do, no matter how small, has an impact on your future. This level of awareness ensures that you are always moving in the direction of your goals. It's important to note that taking responsibility is not about blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong. It's about acknowledging your role in your life and not deflecting that role onto others. Sometimes situations may be out of your control, but you still have the power to decide how you move forward. If something happens to you, taking responsibility means accepting that while you can't change the past, you can choose how to react in the present and future. Finally, taking responsibility is about creating the life you want, not the life that just happens to you. You have the power to design your life through your choices, your actions, and your commitment to your goals. You are not a passive observer in your own life. You are the creator, and the more you take responsibility for what happens, the more empowered you become. Every day presents a new opportunity to make choices that will move you closer to the life you desire. By embracing responsibility, you take control not just of your actions, but of your future. There are moments in life when you feel like everything is working against you. Challenges pile up, obstacles seem insurmountable, and at times it can feel like no matter how hard you try, You just can't move forward. In these moments, it's crucial to remember that success isn't just about talent or circumstances, it's about perseverance, focus, and resilience. And the key to unlocking your potential and achieving what you want lies in your mindset. If you truly want to achieve greatness, you have to understand the importance of being mentally strong and unwavering in your commitment to your goals. You must be willing to push through the hard times and stay focused no matter how tough the journey gets. The path to success isn't a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, and setbacks. But every step, no matter how difficult, brings you closer to your vision. The key is to stay the course and not let temporary setbacks define you. Your mind is your greatest asset. It's the engine that drives everything you do. The thoughts you think shape your actions, and your actions shape your future. If you allow negative thoughts to dominate your mind, you'll find yourself stuck in a cycle of doubt and fear. This cycle can paralyze you and prevent you from reaching your full potential. However, when you take control of your mind, you begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems, and strength instead of weakness. The first step is to stop letting your emotions control you. When faced with adversity, it's easy to react emotionally. Fear, frustration, and anger can cloud your judgment and prevent you from seeing clearly. But the moment you allow your emotions to dictate your actions, you lose control. To take control of your mind, you must learn how to detach from negative emotions and focus on the bigger picture. Instead of being swept away by your emotions, recognize them, process them, and then let them go. It's about creating a mindset of calm and clarity, no matter what's going on around you. Another essential part of controlling your mind is self-discipline. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and the reality of achieving them. It's not enough to just set goals or dream about success. You must be disciplined in your approach. Discipline means showing up every day no matter how you feel. It means doing the hard work when no one is watching. It means staying focused on your long-term vision, even when it feels like nothing is going right. A disciplined mind is a mind that refuses to quit, even when the road gets tough. When you train your mind to stay disciplined, you will find that nothing can shake your commitment to your dreams. There will be times when you'll face resistance, both from within and from the outside world. You'll encounter people who doubt you, situations that challenge your resolve, and moments when the temptation to quit seems overwhelming. But during those times, your ability to control your mind is your greatest weapon. It's during these moments that your mind can either become your greatest ally or your biggest enemy. A strong mind refuses to give in to negativity, self-doubt, and fear. Instead, it embraces challenges as opportunities to grow. The stronger your mind becomes, the more invincible you'll feel. The more you learn to control your thoughts, the easier it becomes to push through obstacles and keep going. Others would quit. One of the most powerful aspects of controlling your mind is the ability to focus. Focus is what allows you to cut through distractions and zero in on the tasks that matter most. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, news, entertainment, and endless demands on your time can easily pull your attention in a million different directions. But if you want to succeed, you must learn to focus. Focusing on the right things at the right time is a skill that will set you apart from the competition. It's about tuning out the noise and putting all your energy into the task at hand. When you control your mind and your focus, you create a laser-like intensity that propels you forward and allows you to accomplish more than you ever thought possible. When you control your mind, you also learn to eliminate negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is one of the biggest barriers to success. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you'll never succeed, or that you're not capable of achieving your goals, you're planting seeds of doubt that will grow into a self-fulfilling prophecy. But when you learn to control your thoughts, you can replace negative self-talk with empowering affirmations. Instead of saying, I can't do this, you start saying, I am capable of achieving great things. Instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, you start thinking, I'm more than enough to succeed. These positive affirmations help to retrain your brain, shifting it from a mindset of limitation to one of possibility. You can also control your mind by setting clear, actionable goals. A goal without a plan is just a wish. The key to turning your dreams into reality is to break them down into specific, measurable, and time-bound actions. When you have a plan in place, It becomes easier to stay focused and stay on track. You stop wasting time on things that don't serve your goals, and you start making progress toward your vision. Controlling your mind means having a clear roadmap for your success and staying committed to it even when things get difficult. In addition, controlling your mind requires you to practice patience and resilience. Success doesn't happen overnight, and there will be times when you'll feel like giving up. But those who succeed are not the ones who give up at the first sign of difficulty. They are the ones who keep going, even when the going gets tough. Patience is key. You have to trust the process and understand that every step you take, no matter how small, is progress. When you learn to control your mind, you develop the patience to stick with your plan, no matter how long it takes. Resilience comes from being able to bounce back after setbacks. It's about falling down, getting back up, and pushing forward with even more determination. In conclusion, controlling your mind is the foundation for everything you want to achieve. When you master your thoughts, you create the mental clarity, focus, discipline, and resilience needed to overcome challenges and achieve your goals. Your mind is your greatest asset when you control it. You control your destiny. Then don't let fear, doubt, or distractions derail you from your path. Train your mind to stay focused on your vision and to never give up. When you do this, nothing will be able to stop you.